Yeah, we could be taking control. Yeah, if we try to believe in anything greater than a miracle, it wouldn't be this difficult. If we try to be.
Friends, how are you? How is everything? Today it is Monday 25th October 2021. Today I am coming to you with a special lesson on CBDC, Central Bank's Digital Coin, Central Bank Digital Currency, CBDC, Central Bank Digital Currency. What is this central bank's digital currency? So everybody in their own country, Japan and Switzerland and everything, and including India, they are coming out with a special CBDC, Central Bank's Reserve Digital Currency. So every time the money is making new modes, it was slowly changing from barter system. It came to metal system. From metals it came to paper, and paper now it is going digital, and digital in the blockchain technology. So everything goes, and finally it is going to put us in a great confusion. It is putting all the governments into confusion and regulation, and it is forcing the government to bring new laws, new methods, new tokens and everything. It has to do tokenization, digitalization, and trading facilities are also to be changed. So the government and the finance department has taken it as a challenge to bring out a CBDC to have this cross-border payment facility. So please follow me carefully. Here I read. Speculation looks like clear possibilities. Somebody earlier used to say, yeah, it's all speculation, no worry. But today speculation is going to become a possibility and reality. Those who take more than a greed-driven interest in money would do well to be offered with. Those who take more than a greed-driven interest in money would do well to be offered with. So, history of money. Also, the history of money is well known as its evolution from metal to paper and now to digital. This raises the important question of central banks. So, when they are converting from paper and coins to digital, the central banks come into the picture. So, the money changes. What is now? What is new is the optimism with which we approach the inevitable, that is the digital currency. That is the digital currency, or the replacement of paper or coins with computer algorithms. Your money will be now in shape of computer algorithms and called digital currency. Computer algorithms. So digital currency dominated world. What is a union or a world that is dominated by a digital currency? That means near the end of privacy. So it will be open. Near the end of privacy, this will be open. This private cost has to be made balanced with the social gains. We don't yet know how it pan out. It has to be, the social gain must be equivalent to the private cost. And we do not know how it is going to come out and show its face, how it will pan out. And hence come the history of the CBDCs, central banks' digital currencies. We have to compete with private payment media. So CBDC has to compete with private payment media. So when India gets its CBDC, RBI alone will be responsible for it. The government will force for issue of more and more CBDCs. This will create another problem in policy matters and inflation and several other things. So that they also have to be governed. So CBDC is a game changer. CBDC is a game changer. Cross-border transactions will get faster, cheaper. Central bank digital currency CBDC has become a matter of considerable interest. According to Bank of International Settlement (BIS), 80% of central banks around the world are now studying the feasibility of this new form of digital central bank money for cross-border transactions as well as internal benefits. CBDC is expected to ensure three basic principles. Those are: do not harm. Second is coexistence with other coins, other papers, other currency. Promoting innovation and efficiency. So these 3 points will be of prime importance. So do not harm, coexistence, promote innovation and efficiency. India being at the forefront of digital transformation, in the process of ushering a government-backed digital currency, and the first ever trials of digital rupee in India may be launched by December 2021. So trials are on. Experiment work is on. So they are coming out. According to RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das, digital currency exists purely in electronic form. Digital currency exists purely in electronic form in the computer algorithms. Digital currency exists purely in electronic form. So who will be able to use it? Any person, computer knowing and electronically educated person will be able to use it more fairly than any other person. Digital money does not have a physical or tangible form, such as a rupee or a coin, and is accounted for and is transferred using online systems. The RBI is working towards a phased implementation of CBDC and is examining the scope of being a retail, wholesale, token and account-based currency, according to Anuj Ranjan, GM RBI. The CBDC, which will be backed by the sovereign, will lower the country's reliance on cash. The CBDC, which will be backed by the sovereign, will lower the economy's reliance on cash and enable smoother and cheaper international settlements. Not just that, it will also promote financial inclusion and simplify the implementation of monetary and fiscal policy. The transactions will be made using distributed ledger technology (DLT). The transactions will be made using distributed ledger technology, DLT. DLT. In a DLT system, the nodes are shared ledgers connected to form a common network to process transactions. This network can also extend to other jurisdictions and minimize the processing time for transactions it provides. It provides a transparency to authorities and stakeholders, improving the resiliency of financial network by eliminating the need for centralized database of records. Improving the resiliency of a financial network by eliminating the need for centralized database of records. CDBCs present a unique opportunity to design a technologically advanced representation of central bank money, one that offers the unique features of finality, liquidity and integrity. That said, CBDC is expected to promote financial inclusion. It can help extend the typically insufficient reach of existing payment systems by implementing digital distribution channels and ICT infrastructure to provide access to central bank money to majority population. Where maintenance of high volume, low value payments and other financial services is deemed unsuitable or commercially unattractive for commercial banks, CDBC can provide a government authority solution for storing value and making payments. So, where banks feel a problem, CBDT will be clearing that problem. So, you can't just think any ill of it. So, it will be the game changer. CBDC will be the game changer in the sense where maintenance of high volume, low value payments or other financial services is deemed unsuitable or commercially unattractive for commercial bank, CDBC can provide a government authority solution for storing value and making payments. Likewise, use of CBDC can ease cross-border payments. The current financial infrastructure is a complex system of many entities. Conducting transactions between financial institutions takes time and money because they work in different technological systems and regulation regimes. For cross-border transactions, the People's Bank of China has combined with the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, the Central Bank of United Arab Emirates and the Bank of Thailand to explore the potential of making CBDC interoperable between the platforms. Should make the CBDC interoperable between countries or selected platforms. Again read it. Please note, the People's Bank of China has combined with the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, the Central Bank of United Arab Emirates and the Bank of Thailand to explore the potential of making CBDC interoperable between platforms. These four, with the help of Bank of International Settlements, Innovation Hub, concluded a successful experiment of settling international payments using a distributed ledger for their respective digital currencies. So, they already made an experiment. These payments took seconds. The payments took seconds instead of days, as happens with the traditional SWIFT network for cross-border flow of funds. Earlier, this SWIFT used to be depended upon, but now the payments are now dependent on the respective digital currencies, using the distributed ledger. The cost was about half of that for conventional payments. Cost is reduced by half. This is a major step forward in friction-free international payments. Interestingly, the blockchain technology that underpins the distributed ledger, is also capable of producing smart contracts that execute themselves once payments are made. So much so, digital currency could serve as a means of settling international payments without using a dollar. Earlier we used to send in terms of dollar. Now the dollar simply losing value. Bye bye dollar. So that's the day is coming. The speculation looks like a clear possibility. The dollar may take a different shape and may disappear in digital payments. So much so, digital currency could serve as a means of settling international payments without using a dollar. India and Singapore said they are working to link their digital payment systems to enable instant low-cost fund transfer in a major push to disrupt cross-border transactions between the two nations that amounts to over $1 billion each year. $1 billion each year. These nations are going to skip that route. Dollar route is skipped and they are coming in digital route. Fiat money is now put into garage. The main advantage of digital money is that it speeds up the transaction, simultaneously cutting back on costs. Innovations in such payments is an evolving phenomena. While making innovations, three factors are considered. One is overall cost, settlement time, safety and security of payment. So kindly note this. I want to write them. Which will be taken care of are these three. Overall cost. 1. Overall cost. This will be taken care. Second, settlement time. Settlement time. Settlement time. What is the settlement time? It's just seconds. Seconds. Settlement time is seconds. Not as in the case of SWIFT, it's not days or weeks. It's seconds. And the third one is safety and security of payment. Safety and security of payments. Safety and security of payments. So what else we need? Nothing we need. Things are done in seconds. Once we could not talk between countries, now we are talking, now we are messaging, now everything is happening in seconds, and payments also will be done in seconds. So understand friends, we cannot fuss about anything. Things are coming. So once again it is sure that speculation look like a clear possibility or it's going to be a reality. It's going to be a reality in our own life. No need to wait. And here all our Indians and the Economic Times is putting out here many Indian expats Please see this, how clear it is. Many Indian expats turn to crypto to remit money. They are outside and they are sending money to their homes through digital. So a different channel. Experts say remittances more efficient and faster than conventional process. Remittances more efficient and faster than conventional process. Transactions visible on blockchain network. Transactions are visible on blockchain network. Smaller amounts can be expensive through traditional services. So smaller amounts are remittance of smaller amounts is expensive in traditional routes, but in digital routes and especially through this crypto, it is much less and cheaper. $80 billion estimated remittances in India transferred via banking financial channels. $80 billion once transferred, now not now. 15 million crypto investors in India holding digital assets worth 15,000 crore. So experts saving commissions, crypto assets are seen on faster and efficient. So commissions are saved. So which they will resort to? They won't resort to that one which is charging commissions. They will resort to crypto coin which is free of commission and fast. And this small reading I do. Looking at the current hype in crypto settlements like Bitcoin, United Farmers Finance and Grain, it should be easy to remit money to India and anywhere in the world. Moreover, you can earn more from this crypto by staking or by providing liquidity in our ecosystem, said Santosh Bhandari, co-founder United Farmers Finance, a crypto farming platform. So the crypto farming platform is founded by this Bhandari, Santosh Bhandari, and he says remittances in India are pegged at about 80 billion, which are mainly transferred through banking or other financial channels. Industry trackers say that the way Indians are warming up in crypto assets as well as decentralized finance, remittances through crypto assets is only set to grow, especially because transferring smaller amounts can be expensive through the traditional services. Globally, several blockchain startups like Satoshi Citadel in the Philippines have started offering these services. So the services that we get the crypto from the crypto exchanges will be many, and we have to understand them and use them for a better future. And when you are dealing with a trillion market, you need to be very fast in payments and digital currency and private currency and handling these conveniences to our good and for the welfare of the whole world as a single point. Thanks friends for listening, and this is the special episode on CBDCs, Central Bank Digital Currency, the game changer. So this is Dayaratnam Singamala, Dil Se with Ratnam. Subscribe my channel, share and like. I'm Dayaratnam with until next episode. signing off. Bye.